Inside this bill also, you have a part that I call an advisory committee. And that's for those who was there with the law, that's still with us and been around, who come to advise. Because when you get a certain age, when you get a certain age, things don't click like that the way they used to. We looking for young. A lot of brothers come to me and call me and ask, yo, God, why all them older brothers is up there running the school, this and that? You know what I told that God? I said, listen, God, well, you got a bunch of young brothers that you can replace them with right now? I said, I tip my hat to them. You know why? Guess what? We got somewhere to go. Like today, we got somewhere to go. You know what I'm saying? If the guards didn't do this, you know where we'll be at? Where we was at yesterday. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. A few faces came in, a few of my brothers, I'm going to just recap what I said. The topic of this bill, for those that just walked in, is we have no resources or economics for the last power, build, and destroy years. And it's embarrassing, plain and simple. Whereas dealing with the science of per capita, coming from us, again, not going to nobody, councilman or anything, a mandatory 5% nation of Allah's gods on earth, $20 fee a month. You get the ID card, official ID card and stuff. This is why we will know, like the God said, somebody down south writing books and doing all this stuff need to be checked. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what. Well, you would say, here, well, this person is doing this and that. It can be stopped. If it can be done, it can be stopped. We the gods, all right, and earth. We the gods of earth. We could destroy the devil in no limited time in one day, like I said. But what? We gotta all agree and all come together as one. And that's what we gotta do. We can't think, yo, he dressed like this, but I don't like him because the way he built, he think, or whatever. No, we gotta all agree. And that is social equality, you know what I'm saying? That's one common cause. You see, that build destroy degree in the 114 can teach you a lot, if you understand it. And don't just think, I love my sisters, love my earth, you know what I'm saying? Don't think you excluded because I'm going to that degree because it say a group of men for one common cause, or society of men. See, because this is our society, right here. Our nation is our society. We got great minds, and what makes us so great is a point that I always stress to anybody I meet. I don't care who you is, Culture C, whoever. Always let them know, you know why my nation is so great? Because guess what? If I don't know it, she might know it. If she don't know it, he might know it, and so forth. And the baby might know it. And see, Allah knew that. He set a blueprint. He knew if he ain't make no big eyes and little U's, we'll last forever. We'll never die. But you gotta keep teaching, man. You got to keep teaching. And when I say that, you got to keep building on 120 because it's the science of everything in life. No, I'm not just saying, that shit really the science of everything in life. I don't know what none of you know. I done heard brothers say, I don't build on lessons no more. They obsolete. How they obsolete? If they obsolete, you're obsolete. How about that? You're obsolete. Lessons is never obsolete. See what I'm saying?
You're saying they're obsolete with the knowledge degree. Okay.
Straight up. God, you hear me? They ain't never obsolete because when you apply them each and every day, look, when you apply them each and every day and you start to learn the way to make them walk and talk, you will see the man's vision. It's not coincidence. You think that's a coincidence? February 22nd, 1928. That's not a coincidence. Look at the front of it. He gave us a language. Look at the front of that, what I just said. Father, equality born. The Father born the equality for us. He gave us a vision for us to see. But if you don't live it out, come on. And he even gave you the answer about cross the street. He gave you an answer about cross the street from Harriet Tubman. Son, to master any situation, leave it the fuck alone. Plain and simple. There's no stuttering about that. Leave it alone. If you can't, look, if you can't hold it down, or if you see one of our brothers, and we see many of them, go home because of doing certain things that they shouldn't have been doing, what you think, you different? You just gonna keep doing it, right? You just gonna keep doing it. What you think gonna happen? And another thing, start checking on your brothers and sisters, man. Seriously, start checking on your brothers and sisters. I'm tired of getting phone calls. Yo, God, they found a God inside his crib, laid out. Yo, God, the earth was over here, this and that. Why is that happening? If that's your master law now, you should be going to go check on it. If that's your sister, you should go and check on it, man. The love is gone, man. Y'all got to get the brotherhood, you know, and the sisterhood and the love back, man. Love is the most highest elevation of any understanding.
That's right.
Any understanding, okay? And it's different levels of love. You got to understand that. It's the love of your woman. It's the love of a car. It's the love of jewelry. You know, it's the love of your dog. It's different levels to that. But we have to do that. We got to understand. We must love our cipher to make the victory and equality work for us. And we have the power. We definitely have the power. I hear brothers get up here and give great bills, you know. And I don't just want you to take this plan, economic plan and propose, don't take it and go and just stick it with your other lessons. I want you to go and do the knowledge to it and really draw it up and see the vision.
Yes, sir.
See the vision. Because guess what? This economic plan is exactly the right answer to all our problems and the stagnation and growth and development of this nation. Straight like that. I'm not going to play with you. It is, you know. And the God got another plan of mine. He pulled it out yesterday, and he was like, "Yo, God, yo, I like this. It's peace." I said, "That's why I did it." Because, like I said, who knows? Even if I'm not here, y'all all got it. Y'all got the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? You just put it in an activation. And do know, a parliament don't mean that when one of us get up here and speak and bring a plan or a bill and show and prove to ask what's going on, that is going to happen tomorrow. That's just not realistic. Like the brother said, they've been trying to do the tent for a while and stuff like that. Things come in what? Time. True our master equality.
True that.
We back at it again. Equality. There's two equalities. There's two equalities. The good equality and the bad equality. There's two equalities. The good equality and the bad equality. The good equality is my equality. The equality of my father or my black woman. You know what I'm saying? See her, see I power her, her power I see. Okay? You know? And then I have, this is my understanding.
Go ahead.
Great equality. The great equality is the equality of my Father, Almighty God Allah.
Yes,
You know, you hear brothers be like, he's stuck in sticks. Well, guess what? I stay stuck in sticks. And that good equality of my Father. And with that, I say peace.
I come in the name of Lord, why should we belong? Days, mathematics, understanding, cipher. That God there, Shalom, that's a great God. He came up with a master plan. And we gonna follow through with that. Because we wasn't so organized financially, materialistically. A lot of the guards that went to the hospital with these medical issues, they could have got better treatment if we had the financial resources to help them. You know? Another thing I want to speak on. We say we guards. That's a lifetime commitment. When we become stagnated, you know, like not wanting to do what the guards are supposed to do, that affects you. It affects your lifestyle. It affects everything that goes on in your life. Because God is there, seen and heard everywhere.
All I see.
When we have controversies with one another, that there is not kosher. We're never supposed to get angry enough when we want to get physical with another god. That's our way of life. And the same thing with the herbs. Sun and moon. Sun, moon, and stars. Man, woman, and child. That's us. That's the family there. In every cipher. Understand your cipher. You know, a lot of us don't like to agree with certain ways that we make our knowledge born. But what's the main source of our power? Our knowledge. Knowledge is our power. It's what we know. That's what makes us the supreme gods, the powerful gods. We are supposed to look out for the others also. They're original people, even though they don't have knowledge of self. At the Universal Parliament in 1967, when the father first came home, he spoke to us. And he said a lot of things, man, that stuck in the memory, because the documentation is still online if you want to read it. The greatest story never told. He said, I could tell that you all have been teaching. You are pace setters. You are guardian angels. Keep teaching and you will take over the world. He knew what the history was going to hold for us. How we're going to wake the people up, because still in this day and time we still got a lot of work to do. Because a lot of our families are still stuck in that Christianity. A lot of our families are still Muslims. These are religions that people get into to worship God. But we say that there's no mysterious God. We the gods. So who's the God they claim to worship? If you do the science, it's us. But then you can't get them to accept that. They worshiping us. We the gods. We the gods of the universe. We the only ones that go around saying we gods. And that's all over the world, like the brother said. They in South America, they in Central America, gods all over. That's God's creative power, His energy, all over. And we gotta continue coming to these parliaments, man. That's our power also, coming together as a unified force. When the pandemic was going on, a lot of our soldiers went back to the essence, R.I.P. But we have to continue dealing with universal mathematics. Peace, proper education, know what's correct errors. Peace.
Peace to your mama. Peace to your sister. Peace to your children. Peace is the absence of all confusion. So let me also tell you what peace means. It means power requires you. Allah see everything. Right? I'm not no chump. Right? We gonna get it done. We got plans, we got people doing things now. Right? And a lot of times things happen because we're not enforcing the law. See? You know, whatever the law is. Like, plain and simple, I'm going to go into nation business. God got up and spoke. You know, so I'm like, because I think he's signing in. I keep saying, let God speak. Okay, peace, God. You know, but it's about peace. You know, everybody needs to be heard.
Because that was
But I'm
before you.
Don't worry about that. Don't get emotional. You know, so I'm saying, let me get to, so last week, myself, Bilal, and Sabu went to Community Board 5 regarding Harry Tubman. Because prior to that, Sabu and others went, but Sabu had spoken, right, regarding getting into Harry Tubman, right? Because he couldn't go in there, right, since the COVID. And then I no one in there other than using the backyard, right? So they tabled, the superintendent tabled it, right? Like Sabu was saying, he put a list up with all the meetings, so I went to that meeting. Bilal graciously and righteously represented us. The outcome of that was that the principal, Jared of Harriet Tubman, said the reason why we're not coming in there was due to them wanting to remodel the bathroom, right? I did recon every week, because I teach in the classes every second. I make sure I go right there to make sure ain't nobody else in there. Because if there's somebody else in there, then I got a problem with that one. Right? Because we're a nation in the community, your community school, you don't own that. You know? So, and to dispel the myth, but they didn't allow us in there, even though the 5%, let me say this to you, we move differently. I'm going to say that, that's what I'm going to say. So, and I say by moving differently, I mean, that's what I mean. Because some people throw into the atmosphere, oh God, the reason why they're not letting us in there, let me come to the front there too. Yeah, the reason why we're not in there is due to we getting high across the street, we doing that. If that was the case, then they'd have told us that. Because there's been other behaviors that unfortunately we exhibited, they may not have born to. So, but we're not in there for the reason that she gave. So they're looking for a place in Central Harlem until Harriet Tubman is open. In December, Bilal will have an audience with Principal Jared so we can get back in there. Right? They're all PS 92 on 134th Street. Right? I'll follow up with that on Monday or Tuesday, or as well. Let me say this to you. Harriet Tubman, since 1968, was very convenient and a good accommodation. But we were making some what? Bonus. Right. Right. And as we speak, got brothers like Hashim and his team. When I say his team, I don't mean like separate teams that they waiting for you. We're not getting up here, oh God, can we doing it now? If you don't like the plan, guess what? Oh well. Because something needs to be done now.
Yes, sir.
Now. We're not waiting for you. We getting a loan. You don't like it? Bomb. I'm speaking passionately. We will beat you down here. We're not playing. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing. You know, because you don't like Style Born and Style Boo. That's why I don't come together with this plan. That's why I always say to me, I don't care who don't like this. This is how 5% built here. Sit up here praying with you. Let me say something to you, man. All love. And I don't have to be there. History best speaks. Because he was here. Young man. I was whippersnapper when he gave us this dollar. He was in his 30s. Knocked him off when he was 41. But while he was here, like the God Shop won't just say, they see what he did. And say, you know what, man? And like the God said, right. And once again, Lindsay was one of his first honorary 5%ers. And I don't mean just because he gave him the flag. Lindsay went in there and was teaching, the 5% ain't teaching X, Y, Z. And that's why Bert Roberts, another colored man, said, you could be 5% of Queens, and you could be a 5% of Medina, and you could be a 5% of Mecca. Or you come to P-Lawn, I'm gonna send you to jail. That's right. You the true living God, I'm the true living devil. Don't you ever forget that one. Go to sleep if you want to. I don't care how nice Allah teaching. And listen, our big brother taught, I know who he is, but we ain't teaching hate him. Go to school, man. Don't waste your time with that. Overthrow the government. You the natural landlord. You from South Jamaica, you from Medina, this way you was born. I gave you the knowledge here, not Zimbabwe or Ghana. Here you got it. You porky savage. I caught you in the gambling spot, the rooftops, the home strolls, and gave it to you. That's why we the baddest man in the gym walking here.
Talk about it.
Praise God. That's why they fear you. But let me say this to you. Wisdom means to be wise. When Bilal was courageous, shot passionately, I'm speaking. When Bilal was speaking, just passionately, because you can't speak to everybody like that. Especially when you want something. excuse me, Divine, you know, is it possible we do so and so? You know, can we do, you know, and people, in fact, people already knew who we were. You know, we know who you are. You ain't got to explain, Sabu right there. In fact, some family members and husbands were members at one point in this nation. I agree with the God. And we gonna do that. We gonna do that. Whatever plan is gonna get us on our feet, we with that. Gonna get it done. I need to come there because, you know, X, Y, Z, whatever. Okay, well listen, and I'm gonna say this to you. I got my team, we there. I started already. This cycle might be not crowded, because I told some people, if you're not with it, don't come. We ready. I'll pop a trunk on you. I'm not playing. We're not playing here. We're not playing. We're not playing. We're not playing. I'm old too, and but we're not playing here. Why am I speaking like that? Because you gonna get out my way. I'm gonna tell you why. Why are you talking like that? We speak mathematics. Right. Mathematics, the key to unlock the door of the lessons. Y'all who didn't play. Both the first rules and regulations, including all laws of force, wild and forth, wild, manufacturing the devil. I'm not playing with you. Why was you successful? My word will be my bond. You sit up here playing. He put his plan together. You're not with the plan, you get up out of here. If whoever got a plan and it's something right, I'm with it. I'm with it. We're there. Because back to the God's right. Now I'm gonna say this though, I slightly beg to differ. Because check this one in. Economically, yeah, we need some bread. But the resource is right here. Here's the resource. One second. Yeah.
Oh God, I was just reading the paper. It said we got Nazi quality animal recycled.
Okay, well that's something we deal with that down the road, God.
$16,000.
We deal that down the road, God. Okay, I got you.
What's that about?
I don't know what they talking about in the paper. I didn't read that.
Right.
Okay, God. You start leaving the problem. Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? But and I said by resource, God, I mean, then that's why I took Dumar before he passed away. Once again, reiterating, he took resource to everybody in there. Right? Because you got right here, people, behavioral health, carpentry, plumbing, business, security. We got, please, man, you serious? Right here. Right. And in fact, truth be told, we do need this bread. Yes, we do. That's first. But we got the physical resource to get it done. And you got guards in here who have certifications and educations that gets them where they need to be. Right. So we come here, right? And we say a parliament is my understanding of a parliament